Hello everyone, hope you are doing very well. Happy Monday to you guys. Hope you're having a fantastic day and had a really good weekend. First video of the day, woohoo! Let's jump right in. I am doing another Ask the Language Nerd episode where we take one of your guys' questions from one of my social media networks and I answer it in video form. So I received a question on YouTube, actually, it was in a YouTube comment, and the person asked, "Hey Azren," or they said rather, "Hey Azren, I'm currently in Spain. I have been in Spain for 6 months, and I've really been struggling to learn Spanish." So this person's in Spain trying to learn Spanish, and they're not being able to do it properly, and they're not successful. They're not feeling successful. Hello, live viewers. Hello. And he's asking, hey, what are some different tips to learn a language while you are, or while I am in this case, while being abroad? Now, the first thing, I have a bunch of different things I want to say on the topic. The first thing I want to say is that learning a language abroad is not necessarily that different to learning a language when you're in your own city. Not necessarily. I think a lot of people have a belief that, okay, now that I've gone abroad, now that I've traveled somewhere, now that I'm in this country, it's going to be easier. It's going to be a lot easier. I'm going to learn it a lot faster, which again is not necessarily true. Yes, it can be true. For many people it is true, but it is not like a scientific 100% truth. It is not like all the time, this is a faster way to learn. Not necessarily. First, we have to understand that framework, that mindset. Hello, more live viewers. First, we have to understand that framework, that mindset, that no, it is not necessarily faster or easier to learn a language while abroad. That's important. Oh, my phone is vibrating. Anyway, that's number one. Because you might be feeling stressed about, not being able to learn language because you think it should be fast, and it's not necessarily true. Number two is I think we need to look at how you learn languages in your own city if you have had that experience, because it's not necessarily that different. If in your own city you like to take classes when you're in the other country. If in your hometown, your home country, you like to read books in this other country that you are in. If in your home country you like to, listen to YouTube videos, watch YouTube videos when you are in whatever country you are in. Either way, whatever you're doing at home, I recommend you also do that when you are in whatever country you are in. I don't think it needs to be that different. Now, the one thing I will say is that if you are abroad, you do need to wrap your head around the fact that you have an advantage. And your advantage is that no matter where you go, you are surrounded by the language that you are learning. For instance, this commenter, I believe the name was Dom, Dom, you're in Spain right now. You have the advantage of being surrounded by Spanish no matter where you go. So if you ever want speaking practice, if you ever want listening practice, if you ever want to make a friend, if you want, you just have people all around you. And so what I'd recommend is you need to, it's very difficult to just go out and talk to people. I think for most people, unless you are extroverted, that is your style of learning. I don't know necessarily if that's going to be the most practical thing to go talk to people. Not necessarily. What I do think is practical is in your day-to-day life, you're having different interactions in whatever language. Maybe you're going to a coffee shop often. Maybe you go get lunch. Maybe use those for opportunities to get speaking practice. I think a little hack that I do, I've done it by accident, and I've realized that it's a really good hack. Keep going to the same coffee shop or the same restaurant every single day. Stop for coffee after work. Keep going there every day if you can around the same time. You're going to come across the same workers, the same servers, and they're going to keep seeing you. And because you're always there, they're going to talk to you. They're going to know you're not from there, and they're going to talk to you. They're going to ask you, "Hey, are you from here? Why are you here?" And you're going to make a friend that way. You're going to make friends that way. And even you're going to feel more friendly toward them because you keep seeing them every single day. That's how the human animal works. When we see the same people, when we're always around them, we tend to form a little bit of a connection with them, if that makes any sense. So that's a really interesting hack that I think if you're in another country, you can take advantage of. Another hack as well, and this is going to be more based on your personality, but using a website that is meetup.com. meetup.com, meetup.com. You can find, it's basically like a clubs listing. So imagine when you're back in school, you get like chess clubs and you get sports clubs, you get sports teams, you have, yearbook club, you have all these different clubs and organizations on campus or at your school. Meetup.com is the adult version of that. You have different clubs online and you can join them often for free, most of the time more for free, if not for a low cost. So I think tip number 2 is find some groups on Meetup. Do you like hiking? Join a hiking meetup. Do you like reading? Join a reading meetup. You can even find language meetups. Maybe you're nervous to join them. You can often find if your first language is English and you are in a non-English country, you'll often find English groups that meet and hang out. Go to the English ones because you'll be able to help people improve their English. You'll make friends and you'll have opportunities to practice more, right? So I think that's another practical thing you can be doing when you are abroad. Another thing I'll say, I have a lot of tips. I won't go too long. I'll probably cut this at 10 minutes max, I think, maximum. Another thing that could work is take classes even if you don't necessarily like to take classes. The reason I say that is because you can network your teacher. I've done that before. Use your teacher to make friends and learn about the city you're in, to meet other people and open up other opportunities to practice. I think you're noticing when you're in the other country, a common theme is you can make friends with other people. You have to understand that's your main advantage when you're abroad, is that you have other people around you. That's a massive advantage that you guys have. They need to understand. So all the tips I give you are going to be using is helping you use that advantage. Anyway, teacher, network your teacher. Talk to your teacher and be like, hey teacher, I want to meet some more people. Do you know anyone? Like, where can I go? And they will give you almost always they'll have lots of pieces of advice. Or sometimes you might even like your teacher and they become a friend. Or like your classmate might have been there in that country for a longer period of time and they might have Chinese friends or Spanish friends or whatever. So to recap, 4 things. Number 1, whatever you like to do to learn languages when you are at home, do that in your abroad country. Keep doing it because a lot of the stuff will just apply when you're there and you'll be able to learn anyway. Number 2, attend the same like coffee shop at the same day every time if possible. You will make friends with the servers, the waiters, the people in the restaurant, and it'll be a great way to practice, right? Tied into that piece of advice, look at your day-to-day routine and try to communicate with the people that interact with you on your day-to-day routine. Maybe add an extra question. Add a little bit into there. That's always possible. What number are we on? Number 3. Why did I say 4 tips? Maybe there are only 3 tips. Anyway, next tip that I said, meetup.com, meetup.com. Join some clubs. They're often free, mostly free, sometimes a little bit of cost, but usually free. And go join some clubs, make some friends, talk to people. Tip number 4, was there a tip number 4? I don't even know what number we're on. I said this as well. We'll wrap it up on this one. I forget. Anyway, last thing is understand that just because you're in a different country doesn't necessarily mean they're going to learn faster. Not necessarily. Maybe yes, but don't necessarily expect it to because it's not like a science where everybody learns faster when they're abroad. Anyway, thanks for listening. We'll see you guys tomorrow. But actually, wait, pause for live. Actually, you might as well say this. Not see you tomorrow. I'm about to record a French video and a Spanish video right now. And yeah, so see you in the French and Spanish one if you're going to be there. Bye.